Hello and welcome to today's episode. I am Dr. Arshia Hussain, PhD in Human Resource and currently teaching in the Center for Management Studies, Jamia Millia Islamia University. Today we will discuss the role of entrepreneur towards various aspects of the economy. We will also discuss the role of entrepreneur as an innovator in economic development, in generation of employment opportunities, in bringing social stability and balanced regional development, in export promotion and import substitution, and in foreign exchange earnings and augmenting and meeting local demand. So let us start this episode by explaining the role of entrepreneur in economic development of the country. Entrepreneur plays an important role in the economic development of a country. Economic development greatly depends upon entrepreneurial and industrial development. Entrepreneurs are prime movers of innovation. They perceive business opportunity and convert it into a feasible business plan and ultimately turn into a successful business enterprise. The entrepreneur, therefore, not only launches a venture but also contributes significantly to the development of the economy by creating employment opportunities, output growth, technological upgradation and improvement in the quality of production, export promotion, import substitution and supply of goods at a reasonable price to the customers. The important roles that an entrepreneur plays are described in next sections. Entrepreneurs play an important role in economic development. Economic development is a process whereby the real per capita income of the country increases over a period of time. According to J.A. Schumpeter, the rate of economic progress of a nation depends upon its rate of innovation, which in turn depends on the rate of increase in the number of entrepreneurs. He defines entrepreneur as an innovator who introduces new combinations of means of production. As an innovator, entrepreneur performs the following activities. First point, an entrepreneur brings about new combinations. As an innovator, entrepreneur brings about the new combinations by introducing new products, introduction of new techniques of production, opening up of a new market, acquiring new source of supply of raw materials and carrying out of new organizations. Second point, entrepreneur makes use of his potential technical knowledge for continuous technological progress. According to Schumpeter, there always exists potential technical knowledge which entrepreneur can make use of. Innovation is the result of continuous technological progress. It results in a steady increase in total output and per capita output. Innovation as an important tool of economic development. Third point, entrepreneur emphasize on purposeful and systematic innovation. An entrepreneur analyze business opportunities and make systematic innovations. Thus, technology innovations and creativity played the crucial role in encouraging entrepreneurship and economic development. Innovation creates new products and thereby improves the economic growth in the following ways. A. Improvement in per capita income. B. Increase in capital formation. C. Generation of employment opportunities. D. Balanced growth. E. Improvement in standard of living. F. Economic independence. G. Technological advancement. Hence, the role of entrepreneur as an innovator is considered the most important element for acceleration of economic growth. Entrepreneur plays a significant role in generation of employment opportunities. An entrepreneur creates a lot of employment opportunities for different sections of society by generating employment. The entrepreneur adds to the economic growth. By setting up new ventures, the entrepreneur creates new opportunities for labor, suppliers of inputs, suppliers of industrial equipments, etc. However, the entrepreneur generates employment opportunities in the following ways: by establishing tiny, micro and small scale enterprises. The entrepreneurs can create both self-employment and wage employment opportunities, thereby solving the problem of unemployment in the economy. By emphasizing on the establishment, village and cottage industries, the entrepreneur can create employment opportunities to a large number of people living in rural and backward areas of the country. To enable these people in backward regions of the state and to set up village and cottage industries, government has also implemented several anti-poverty programs like PMRY, TRISIM, SGSY, REGP, etc. By creating new units in the economy, the entrepreneur creates employment opportunities to a large number of people. When the existing units increase their production capacity, more employment opportunities are created by employing the surplus labor force in industrial activities. India is primarily an agricultural country. Disguised unemployment is a chronic phenomenon in agriculture wherein more people work in a field than actually required. So the entrepreneur utilizes the surplus labor force by transferring them in small cottage and village industries, which are labor intensive in nature. Entrepreneur supplements and complement economic growth of the economy in the following ways. First point, mobilization of capital. Entrepreneur induces the investors to divert their idle savings in the industrial enterprises. This boosts up the capital formation in the economy. Capital formation is the most crucial element for economic growth. It is essential for the rapid economic development of a country. The economy accumulates a large stock of machines, tools, equipments, which can be geared up into production by the entrepreneur. According to Robert Rostand, entrepreneur is the creator of wealth. He generates capital at a rapid rate and capital formation increases, which leads to industrial development. Second point, generation of employment. Entrepreneurs play an important role to reduce the unemployment problem in the country. They provide jobs to many unemployed by setting up large and small scale enterprises. Small scale enterprises create immediate and permanent employment at a relatively small capital, and these industries for the economic growth of the country. Third point, increase in per capita income. The economic growth of the country is measured in terms of a sustained increase in real per capita income over a period of time. Entrepreneurs can convert the latent and idle resources like land, labor and capital into goods and services. This will lead to an increase in the national income and wealth of a nation. Increase in national income leads to an increase in net national product and per capita income of the country. Fourth point, balanced regional development. Entrepreneurs help to remove regional disparities by setting up industries in the backward areas. The government provides various concessions and subsidies to the entrepreneurs who take initiative to set up industries in backward regions. Fifth point, Improvement in physical quality of life. Entrepreneurs supplement the economic growth in enhancing the physical quality of life. This implies that increase in life expectancy and increase in literacy. Establishment of enterprise leads to increase in employment avenues, both directly and indirectly. Consequently, poverty is alleviated and per capita income grows. This results in improving the physical quality of life, which is an indicator of economic growth. Sixth point, improvement in standard of living. Entrepreneurs set up new enterprises which help in removing a scarcity of essential commodities. By producing innovative products, the entrepreneur tries to improve the standard of living of the people. Innovative and modern gadgets in a variety of designs and patterns manufactured by the entrepreneurs make the life of each individual easier. In this way, entrepreneurs complement the standard of living and economic well-being of the people. Seventh point, growth of infrastructural facilities. Establishment of factories and industries in a particular area requires the growth of infrastructural facilities. Thus, entrepreneurs play a major role in the growth of infrastructural facilities such as roads, bridges, buildings, factories, etc., which are the cornerstones of economic growth. 8 point, import substitution and export promotion. Entrepreneurship helps the country in achieving economic independence. In other words, entrepreneur helps in attaining self-reliance. They help to manufacture substitutes of imported products which reduce the dependence on foreign countries. Entrepreneurs are also engaged in exporting goods and services which helps in earning foreign exchange. Hence, entrepreneurs act as the agents of economic growth. 9th point, backward and forward linkages. Entrepreneurs initiate change in the economy by way of forward and backward linkages. Setting up of an enterprise in accordance with the changing technology has several backward and forward linkages. As such, entrepreneurs play a significant role in supplementing and complementing economic growth. Entrepreneur plays an important role in bringing about social stability and balanced regional development. Entrepreneur tries to bring about social stability and balanced regional development in the following ways. First point, entrepreneur creates both direct and indirect employment for the society. They generate self-employment by setting up their units. Entrepreneurs also establish small-scale units which lead to the absorption of a large number of workforce at a relatively small capital cost and ensures social stability. Second point, entrepreneur helps in removal of poverty by reducing unemployment through creation of large number of jobs by way of setting of small and tiny units and thereby maintaining social stability in the society. Third point, entrepreneurs remove the scarcity of essential commodities by setting up industries. They also introduce new products in society and helps in improving the standard of living of the people. Fourth point, entrepreneur helps in establishing small-scale enterprises. It helps in bringing social stability by diffusing prosperity and by checking the expansion of monopolies. Fifth point, entrepreneur reduces regional disparities by exploring business opportunities in both rural and urban areas, thereby leading to equitable distribution of income and wealth in the society. This results in reducing social instability between rural and urban sectors. Sixth point, entrepreneurs facilitate economic development by creating social infrastructure, such as building of schools, colleges, hospitals, etc. Thus, the role of entrepreneur is of paramount importance in bringing about social stability and balanced regional development. Balanced regional development leads to the achievement of the following objectives. The role of entrepreneur is of fundamental importance in export promotion and import substitution. Export promotion and import substitution are the integral parts of foreign trade policy of the Government of India. The government encourages export through various means. The government offers many tax and other concessions to the entrepreneurs to promote export of Indian goods in the international markets. The micro and small scale enterprises have been exporting both the traditional products, that is cashew nuts, spices, spice oils, etc., and non-traditional products such as engineering goods, pharmaceuticals, cosmetics, plastic products, leather products, woolen garments, ready-made garments, sports goods, etc. The total value of exports from the micro and small enterprises rose from rupees 86,013 crore in 2002 to 3 to rupees 1,50,242 crore in 2005 to 6. Thus, entrepreneurs have been helping the country in earning foreign exchange through export of goods. Entrepreneurs are entrusted in manufacturing of both consumer goods and capital goods in the country. This minimizes the dependence on foreign countries and helps in making the country self-sufficient. Entrepreneurs play an important role in producing and exporting handicraft items. They generally use the local traditional skill, traditional technology, local knowledge and experience for producing traditional art and craft and handicraft items such as jewelries, carpets, stone carvings, etc. These items have a great demand in foreign markets. The entrepreneur also plays an important role in reducing the burden of debt servicing. Establishment of export-oriented units, that is EOUs, for certain items by the entrepreneurs can bring about the benefit of earning foreign exchange and also reduces the burden of debt servicing. Entrepreneurs can explore the possibilities of new market abroad and can create conducive environment for sale of goods and services. Expansion of exports increases the foreign exchange earnings and helps in meeting balance of payments deficits considerably. The government has also set up various agencies in order to help entrepreneurs in exporting their products. Some of these agencies are State Trading Corporation, that is STC, Minerals and Metals Trading Corporation, that is MMTC, Handicrafts and Handloom Export Corporation, that is HHEC, Trade Development Authority of India, that is TDA, Trade Fair Authority of India, that is TFAI, Department of Export Promotion and Marketing at the state level, that is DEPM, Export Promotion Council, that is EPCs. The establishment of these agencies has facilitated the scope and nature of exports in India and improved the trade relation between India and other countries. The government has taken following measures for export promotion. Export processing zones, that is EPZs. EPZ is an industrial estate which is usually situated near an international port or the airport in order to encourage units meant for production of processing of export items. The government has set up several export processing zones in different parts of the country to provide an internationally competitive duty-free environment for production for exports. The units situated in an EPZ are allowed to make duty-free import of all types, including capital goods, required by them for the manufacture of goods and services meant for export. Special economic zones, that is SEZs. Special economic zones have been set up with a view to encourage free trade for the purpose of promotion of exports. A SEZ is a specifically delineated duty-free enclave and shall be deemed to be foreign territory for the purposes of trade operations and duties and tariffs. Goods going into the SEZ area shall be treated as deemed exports. Goods coming from the SEZ area into domestic tariff area shall be treated as imported goods. In any SEZ, goods may be imported or procured from DTA without payment of duty for the purpose of production, processing, repair, reconditioning, packaging, etc. of goods for export. Export-oriented units, that is EOUs. The scheme of export-oriented units was launched on 31st December 1980 as an extension of the scheme of free trade zones. Such units have been set up for the export of their entire production, excluding the rejects and items specifically permitted to be sold in the domestic market. They can be established anywhere in the country. The 100% EOUs located in export processing zones are known as EPZ units. The EOUs are allowed to import capital machinery, materials and other things for the purpose of export production without payment of any import duty. Export Promotion Capital Goods Scheme, that is EPCG. New capital goods including computer software systems may be imported under the Export Promotion Capital Goods Scheme. Under this, goods including jigs, fixtures, dies, molds and spares may be imported at 5% customs duty. This import is subject to an export obligation equivalent to 5 times CIF, that is cost, insurance and freight. Value of capital goods on FOB, that is free on board, basis to be fulfilled over a period of 8 years. Import of capital goods shall be subject to actual user condition till the export obligation is completed. By import substitution, we mean expansion of domestic production and replacement of imports, mainly capital goods. The government pursued import substitution as one of the major objectives of foreign trade policy. Many developing countries face the problem of adverse balance of payment. One of the methods of creating favorable trade balance is the import substitution. It helps in achieving self-reliance in the production of as many goods as possible and in saving foreign exchange. Import substitution can be achieved in the following ways. First, efforts should be made to contain the import of capital goods by producing them in the country itself. Second point, developing countries should develop their own technologies to replace the imported technologies. Third point, developing countries should increase the production of consumer goods and should try to meet the demand from internal sources. It would reduce the imports of consumer goods. Entrepreneur plays an important role in augmenting exports by developing a small-scale sector. The development of a small-scale sector has led to an increase in their earning as well as in foreign exchange earnings. Increase in exports brings about increase in foreign exchange earnings and helps in achieving a favorable balance of payments. In order to earn more foreign exchange, entrepreneurs in India have come forward and motivated themselves to improve their exports and regulate their imports. The underlying aim of such export is to reduce the dependence on foreign assistance on any type and from any resource to the minimum. The balance of payments constraint is also eliminated. Foreign trade acts as a major factor for economic growth in developing countries. In India, entrepreneurs have given much emphasis on export promotion and import substitution. The exports mainly consist of textiles, light engineering goods, machine tools, steels, jute items, tea, gems and jewelry, machinery and engineering goods, and leather products. India's foreign exchange reserve has been increased from $41 billion to over $116 billion and has been surging every week. This has been a major factor in appreciation of the rupee in recent months. In India, there are many opportunities that exist for entrepreneurs to establish small-scale industries units for production and exports of leather goods, plastic materials, processed food items and software. But simultaneously, a large number of constraints also exist in the way of development of exports. Lack of infrastructural facilities, inadequate credit facilities, and technological constraints are some of the major problems faced by the entrepreneurs. The government tries to encourage entrepreneurs to establish 100% export-oriented units. The government also provides various incentives such as tax holidays, land at cheaper rates, etc. Through establishment of EOUs and production of quality items, entrepreneurs of small-scale units play the most crucial role in augmenting exports for earning the much-needed foreign exchange reserve, not only for meeting fluctuations in the country's trade, but also for generating employment opportunities, mitigating fluctuations in balance of payments. Entrepreneur also plays a significant role in augmenting local demand. The entrepreneurs are now emphasizing towards production of such items which are demanded locally and can be manufactured through indigenous technology, locally available skill, locally available resources, and local experiences. Government should encourage entrepreneurs to create demand for the goods which are locally manufactured, as the prices of goods are normally low because of low cost of production due to proper guidance, provision of adequate incentives in the forms of capital, investment subsidies, price preferences, tax exemption, tax holidays, electricity, duty exemption, etc., provided by the government from time to time. Specific industries are being promoted to augment local demand as well as to compete with the products of large-scale enterprises. Entrepreneur plays an important role in economic development of a country. Economic development greatly depends upon entrepreneurial and industrial development. Entrepreneurs are prime movers of innovation. They perceive business opportunity and convert it into a feasible business plan and ultimately turn into a successful business enterprise. The entrepreneur, therefore, not only launches a venture but also contributes significantly to the development of the economy by creating employment opportunities, output growth, technological upgradation, and improvement in the quality of production, export promotion, import substitution, and supply of goods at a reasonable price to the customers. Entrepreneur also plays a significant role in augmenting local demand. That is all for today. Hope you have understood the role of entrepreneur towards various aspects of economic development. We will see you with some another topic. Till then, take care. Goodbye.